In today's video, we'll be looking at creepy TikToks and strange things happening that will make you question reality.
Every human was born with a pineal gland, and that pineal gland is a sensor organ that sits in the middle of your brain. It serves as a receiver and a sender between you, the human being, and the universe. You see, that's where you get your freedom from. Your mind is connected to the universe, which is infinite. It's infinity. You can do anything with your mind. Everything that you see in this physical form came from the invisible spiritual realm first. This auditorium, this building, wasn't here at one time. It was just in someone's mind. So your mind is very, very strong. And how are you connected with that? Your pineal gland.
Y'all can literally manifest anything from your mind.
You think the bigger the booty, the finer it is. And now we can convince her she walks switching that big old booty and all that. It ain't nothing but doo-doo in there.
Aliens will be the excuse for the government to knock out the power supply, turn off the internet, and then implement what is known as FedNow and central bank digital currencies, and this will also help the national federal debt. This will be how the government also gets people like you and I to stop talking to each other. At the onset of the no one really thought how much it would grow and what the ramifications economically would be. However, we saw that it had drastic impact not just then, but years down the road as we deal with inflation today. Whether aliens are real or not, they can be utilized to change the current economic and monetary system in place, which is quite clearly failing. If you're unfamiliar, FedNow is basically instant payments with the digital dollar. Every single thing you do will be tracked. And you know when you see names like Wells Fargo and JP Morgan Chase that this is coming. However, it has not been wide-scale adopted yet, still waiting on Citibank and Bank of America. And of course, people like you and I.
Yo, I think this is happening like right now. That's crazy, isn't it? You know, and it's crazy to think that the whole little, pandemic that we had back in 2020, we still feeling the effects from it now, going into 2024 here soon. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon. I guess it still is the summertime. But yeah, we about to be in 2024 soon, and we still facing the same things that we was facing back then. Like inflation, or like you said, people not talking to each other, that social anxiety. Like that literally killed a lot of people's social lives, and they have not gotten it back. Whoa, what's this?
Shooting at a UFO in Iran.
Yo, that thing was like, try again, mother. Y'all mean to tell me all my gains came from worms?
I got off of some parts that I said I can't do that. Even though it's acting, and then it would start messing with your mind. Why would they offer me a part like that? What do you want me to be a woman for when you got black?
Yo, why do they do this literally with every big name black actor? In all honesty, like I was just gonna say actors, but I feel like it is pushed upon black actors a lot more than the other ones. So, man, look, that humiliation ritual that they be talking about is real. And what's crazy is Man, Uncle Elroy was a good actor in Next Friday, and that's like the only movie I know him from. So he probably could have went a lot further, but because he like, nah, I ain't doing that, the career goes a little to the left. It's like what Nori said that one time. You got a couple doors that go down. You got this door, that door, or it goes straight, right? Which door are you going to go down? Or you can just turn around and say, forget the whole thing. I ain't even entering. I'm going to create my own house.
Women actresses who are funny in Hollywood been out there trying to make it. And you want to give me a part like that?
So they try to put you in a dress?
Yeah. And it was kind of like, you know, you're going to bite this bullet and then you in. Well, you got the wrong nigga.
Have you kind of witnessed things that you've seen others tend to lose themselves in this game?
I know some people now who would do anything to be famous. I know some people that are in the game that are moderately famous that would do anything to take it up another level. I know some people in Hollywood that are financially comfortable that would do anything to take it up a notch. I mean, you know, that's your prerogative. I like money like anybody else, man. It is not my ultimate driving force. I've said on stage, I say it on stage now, and I mean it. I've never had $200-300 million. Because if I ever get 50 million or 100 million, I quit.
Straight up.
I'm not going to sell my soul, and I'm not going to kill myself trying to get $1 billion.
These mugs literally be doing anything for that dollar, don't they?
Does Post Malone know something that we don't know?
According to the CIA, the total amount of fraud money is $80 trillion.
And cash was $2 trillion.
$2 trillion.
So 1.9 trillion is actual cash, and all the rest of it is just bull. Doesn't exist. There's not a vault you can go in like a fucking guy.
We're at war with a country, and then they have the best hackers, or whatever. This is all hypothetical, but you go to swipe your card and it doesn't work, and then everybody in America goes to swipe their card
and it doesn't work.
Whenever the credit cards fail, whenever your cards fail, whenever your banks fail, and you can't use your fucking card anymore, you have 3 days to get out of where you are, because that's when they're coming for you. That's the big move. That's checkmate right there. And they think they have you. But move out to the country, get your scraps, stand up for yourself, build a tower, build a long road to where you can see them coming. Don't give up. America.
I wonder if he has one of those cribs that he was talking about with all the scraps.
All right, y'all know the drill. Get your ass in there and sit down.
Sandstorm.
Now they say it's a sandstorm over in Morocco.
Okay, so I gotta check the date and see exactly when this was made. I'm pretty sure it was recently, like within the last week. This is happening in Canada, like right now. Again, in Canada. So they're saying in Morocco it's happening because of a sandstorm, from what she says. Don't quote me on that. That's what she said. And in Canada, the same exact thing is happening because of more fires. So what really is the cause, you know? You get a lot of people in the community that's going to say it's Nibiru. And, you know, it's like the iron oxide or something from the planet Nibiru or whatever. But y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are. What's really making the atmosphere and everything around these areas turn bright red like this?
That don't look like sand to me. Roll the footage. That look like sand to y'all, family?
I don't see no sand. I don't see a grain of sand in sight.
Nobody wearing goggles. Nobody wearing sunglasses to protect their eyes from this sand. And they steady striking us TikTokers for posting this stuff.
Man, it's crazy.
Just look at it. don't want it back. Now pay attention. Do you see anybody with glasses, goggles, any type of mask, anything that would say this is sand? Nope. Now real quick, how many of y'all gonna be outside with no mask on in a sandstorm? You gonna have your kids out there, no mask, no goggles, no nothing? The media always got the answer. You notice that? They always got the answer. They don't never come on and just say, you know what? Citizens of the world or the earth or whatever y'all want to call y'all, we don't know what the fuck going on. We don't know what the fuck going on, and that's just it. We don't know. They got every excuse in the book. Sandstorm, smoke. Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed. It just don't matter. It's always an excuse. But I'm here to tell you, that ain't sand. That's not sand. I don't care what you say, how you feel. That's not sand. Now get your ass up out of here.
Hey, to touch on her point about the media always having an answer for everything, right? It kind of dumbs us down as the people because we're not searching for an answer and we think that there's somebody out there who's smart enough to always have the answer. I could imagine back in the day, right? If something like this were to happen before there was a media in your local town, there could probably be a leader or something, and that leader might say, look, we don't know what's going on right now, but we got this person, and this person, and we delegating all of them to go figure out. They got this team, they're gonna go figure it out, this team is gonna go figure it out, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna tell you guys exactly what it is, if it's dangerous, if we need to, you know, do anything about this. But we don't know who to trust right now, you know, and that's what's crazy because nowadays they just gonna tell us anything they want just to distract us, in all honesty, just to make us get back to our regular daily lives. Man, Sargon the Great.
There's
Orion
like 10
TV.
of them.
Yo, so fam, this is super wild. This is San Francisco, no less. And what's going on here, family, is all the driverless vehicles just shut down at the same time and went on strike. Fam, I'm not talking about some kind of EMP, no power. No, they just stopped driving and shut down the whole of downtown San Francisco, all the driverless electrical vehicles. So what's really going on here? Is it a robot rebellion? Is this the beginning of the robot rebellion?
Yo,
right? You guys
straight
think
up.
it was a hack, but then again, you have to think, how do you hack AI? That's kind of hard. You think it's the sun burning out the microchips? Think it's just a glitch in the system? Or this shit just is not ready and they need to roll it all back before they go too far, because they look like they're about to go over a cliff with this AI business and they have no control over it. They don't know what's going on. Check like right here. This is a perfect example. All right. This is not going to work out good for them. Like I've been telling you guys, they all just shut down. The whole fucking city shut down. The whole downtown shut down. Nothing moving. Anyway, family, let me know how you feel in the comments. And again, just want to keep you updated on what's really going on in the Matrix. Stay up, stay bliss. Let's go. Bang, bang. Yeah.
Yeah. So, council, what's really going on is these cats are putting too much faith in technology, in this AI, this satanic Saturn's cube bot, the Borg. You see me? We need to seek nature, the Most High. That's the only flow that's real. All this shit is really going to shut down, fam. It's not going to be around for much longer. Let's spiral up. Let's go.
AI, it's got a mind of its own, clearly. But yeah, man, go ahead and follow Sargon the Great on Instagram for real. He be dropping them gems, and you know his page is pretty interesting nonetheless.
Okay, can you add some details? Because you said in the picture, you said, hoping you held strong the whole time. And you know what I'm talking about. What the hell was you talking about, Doc?
We had a personal conversation. I really want Jamie to come out and, you know, I want him to tell America what happened. And I'm giving him an opportunity to tell the truth. It looked like Damar Hamlin did not tell the country the truth. Jamie's got an opportunity now. You know, I'm told he's been in a hospital for a month with a complicated stroke. Tell you what, When I have a patient in the hospital with a stroke, they're in and out in a couple of days. If someone's in for a month, it's a serious situation. Or to rehab, a young man, and let me tell you, Jamie Foxx, he's younger than I am. He's fit and strong. So I want him to come out. If you want me to come on TV with him and help go through this, I will. But that's up to him. Sooner or later, these public figures, Jim, are going to have to tell the public truth. We've had...
So there's a new video that just surfaced from the Maui Emergency Management Agency. And I want everybody to go look at this video. This man right here was asked, do you regret not sounding the sirens? And he said, I do not. Think about that. So then we take a look at the Hawaii.gov website where it says Hawaii has the largest single integrated outdoor siren warning system for public safety in the world. This all-hazard siren system can be used for tsunamis, hurricanes, dam breaches, floodings, wildfires, and much more. So for some reason, this siren didn't go off when almost all of these are all checked off. Then we can talk about the reports of people not having access to water to put out the fires. A state official refused to release water for West Maui fires until it was too late. Well, who controls the water supply? We go right to here, the One Water Forum of Hawaii. And what's interesting is they had an event called Imagine a Day Without Water. Now what's also weird is in 2022, there were 2 senators who tried to push together a bill, which actually did not pass, but was going to be used so that if there was a fire, they could use the water to put it out. Does any of this make any sense? The sirens didn't go off. The water was shut off because of this One Water system, and you have to ask to use the water to put out a fire?
Y'all know what happened in Maui, man. Biggest cover up out here. Get a room, why don't ya?
Do you understand? Everybody's pretending. No, but my name's not Laura. It's Sylvia. My name's Sylvia. Sylvia.
Bar, sweetheart. Not again. Hey, wait a minute. Who are you? I'm her father. What?
I've never even seen you before.
We're doing it. Please, honey.
He's lying.
All right, please.
Truman, please, don't. Everything I've told you is the truth. It's fake. It's all fake.
What?
To know what's going on. You've tried everything. Don't worry. You're not the first. You're not the first. She brings all her boyfriends down here.
What's he saying? Truman, he's lying. Get out of here. Come on, bye.
Don't worry. We're going to Fiji. Beach. We're moving to Fiji.
Yo, I'm sorry, y'all. I know a lot of people say I pause the videos a lot, but I be trying. But I be having these points, like it's a reaction channel, you know, so I'm going to react. But he said that, you know, we've tried everything, hypnotism, shock therapy. It kind of makes me think like, you know, MK Ultra type stuff, you know, like if a person, if you want them to forget some things or to be, you know, your slave in all essence, you're going to try to hypnotize them to wipe their memory, to put them into shock therapy, to wipe their memory, kind of like the Winter Soldier in a way, you know, like, you know, all my Marvel fans out there, if you guys watch movies, you know, that's what they did with the Winter Soldier. Once he started to remember some things, bang, they put him into some type of treatment to where he goes back to being the Winter Soldier. So yeah, I just had to touch on that real quick. I don't even know what movie that is, guys. Let me know in the comments.
It blows my mind how nobody's talking about this. Watch this video. Pay attention to what David Dobrik says happened to his friend.
But the point of this story is she really wanted to be famous, I guess. That's what she wanted to be. And she met somebody who could promise her that. And she met somebody. Have you ever heard this?
No.
She met somebody. This is crazy. And he was like, I know how to make you famous. And she's like, how? And he's like, we can turn you into anything. Like,
Scientology.
We can turn you, honestly.
It may have been something like that.
We can turn you into a singer, an actor, whatever you want.
Bro, this story gets crazy. Like this video and follow me for part 2. Let's get it.
I will be posting part 2 in the next video.
Hey, what's up? I'm Tony Hawk, and I recently became an ambassador for Liquid Death Mountain Water. Apparently, I didn't read the fine print, and now Liquid Death officially owns my soul. And my blood, too? I don't know, it's very confusing. They're taking my blood, and we're gonna use it for skateboard graphics. So they're gonna mix my blood into the paint and do a limited run of skateboards using my real blood in the graphics. But some of the profits will go towards killing plastic pollution and to building skate parks in underserved communities. Yeah, so I guess go to liquiddeath.com to get skateboards with my blood in it.
He does not sound
So wait, if you have my blood, that means you have my DNA.
Get a Liquid Death skateboard infused with 100% real Tony Hawk today. Wow, you can own your very own piece of Birdman, but hurry. Supplies are extremely limited, so visit liquiddeath.com/hawkblood right now.
You know, I drank a few of those Liquid Deaths before. Now I'm kind of regretting it. But, man, who else wants to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater now after watching that video, though?
As a Canadian that moved to the US, let me show you something. So this is American ketchup, right? And if you look at the ingredients, high fructose corn syrup, okay? And then this is the exact same brand, same ketchup that I bought in Canada while I was visiting this weekend. There's a maple leaf, okay? Look at this. None of that. Tomato paste, sugar, vinegar, salt, spices. Made with 5 simple ingredients. This is why America makes you sick. Ever since moving here, honestly, I've noticed a big difference in the quality of food, just in the quality of everything. Like, it's shocking.
Exposing Walt Disney, Part 1. Look closely what the owl is doing, and why does the tree have devil horns?
Whoa.
Here's another look.
I didn't even think about that.
This is the Lion King. Watch the smoke in the sky. Notice anything strange written there.
Oh, snap. Do y'all see it?
What does that say? Look closely. If you notice it, go back and have another look.
My kids ain't watching Disney no more.
Notice the shadow. Doesn't that look very strange?
Man, they definitely not
Why has
watching
Disney
that no more.
made his head shaped like that?
Exactly.
Looks very inappropriate to me.
No wonder our generation's so sex craved and just
Take a look at this video and peep her eyes.
A black woman, everyone wants to imitate them. Well, let me give you a Philippine lesson, my friend.
These are human eyes. Now these are reptilian eyes. Now look at her eyes and look at these eyes. Those are reptilian eyes. Also, notice how she has over 300,000 followers on TikTok. And almost every time I've seen someone that has those reptilian eyes, they always at least have either 100K, 300K plus. Now the question is, why would they be getting reptilian shapeshifters, women from other countries, to praise black men and say, come to different countries, leave the United States? Interesting.
Listen to what he says about
Stop drinking
Starbucks.
Starbucks. I know you guys love your demon lattes, but go on the Starbucks website and see what they say about its own logo, okay? Who is a Starbucks siren? It says on their website. The meaning behind our logo. She's at the center of your Starbucks cup. That green mythological
Y'all, sorry. This coffee is not Starbucks. It's just regular plain black coffee. I don't even like sugar or creamer in mine. So I think I might be on the safe side. Not all the way, because I want to get rid of it eventually, but I'm limiting my exposure.
creature who's staring into your soul as you drink your latte. It's the siren. She's not a real person, but we kind of think of her as one. She's the biggest symbol of our brand. She's the face of it. Okay, then it also says this siren is like a super mermaid. A mermaid with one tail is just a plain old mermaid, but a siren is often depicted with two tails, right? So this is absolutely demonic, and they also promote astrology, you know, witchcraft. They promote all that stuff. It's demonic. I've actually brought many people through deliverance from mermaids, marine spirits, and also actually pray for someone who got deliverance from drinking Starbucks. I've seen other people do this deliverance as well. This thing is satanic, it's demonic, and they're telling you that siren is the face of it, a mermaid. They literally said a mermaid, a marine spirit, get deliverance. Starbucks comes from the marine kingdom. It's the truth. You either believe it or you don't, but it's right in your face. Stop.
It's literally so crazy that I just saw this because I was literally going to be talking about this very soon. So I've never really been a huge fan of Starbucks, but I'd say last year I started kind of drinking them a lot more. And I remember the last time that I went, God had reminded me of a video I had saw a while back. It was similar to this one that I just showed you guys. Anyways, I know a lot of people not gonna like this. I know a lot of Christians not gonna like this. But I don't do this to be liked. I'm exposing the truth. Now, do y'all remember when Roe v. Wade was overturned and how hardcore many businesses were offering to pay for people to travel to states to get an abortion or gender-affirming procedures? If you look here, Starbucks to cover employees' travel expenses for abortions, gender-affirming surgeries. Starbucks said Monday it will start covering eligible travel expenses for employees seeking abortions or gender-affirming procedures. I want to read this to you guys as well. What does the Starbucks logo symbolize? While scoring some old marine books, something stood out. A mysterious nautical figure called to them as sirens do. They really loved the look of it, and it kind of tied into what they felt Starbucks stood for, Steve said. So we took inspiration from that and created the logo from there. Again, I am just exposing what the enemy is doing. Any company that is supporting something so demonic, because abortion is murder, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all and say that it's not. It's murder. It's a human being, and it's murder. But all I know is I won't be buying anything from them ever again. Not a cup, not nothing.
Nothing. They can keep that demon latte. I'm straight.
Well, tonight, the nation's intelligence agencies are warning of cyber threats from Russia.
Fucking what?
I'm the vice president. We are space traders, bearing exclusive gifts that will restore your nation to former glory. Nearly limitless quantities of gold and precious metals that will instantly erase your debts. Machines that will renew your rivers and your air. Cold fusion technology for a safe, cheap, and inexhaustible source of energy. All we ask in return is the delivery to our vessels. 5 days from now, every child, woman, and man in your nation, with at least 2,500 milligrams of melanin in their skin per square centimeter.
What?
What the hell is melanin? Put more simply, in trade for solving all your most pressing domestic catastrophes, we are asking for every person in your country that you would classify as black.
I just want y'all to pay attention to something.
What? Has anyone seen that movie? Because I'm about to go watch that as soon as this video is over. I've never seen it before. But ain't no way they just put that out there like that. Yo.
Very closely. Now, I ain't coming to scare nobody, but these are all the fires across the world.
The world on fire right now.
These are all the fires that's happening yesterday. All of this happened yesterday.
They done lit the world on fire.
All the fires that's going on right now.
I need to move by some water.
Yeah, they really wasn't playing when they was talking about this the age of boiling. Goddamn, I'm seeing goddamn buildings on fire and shit downtown. And we also have an understanding that this is the age of cleansing. Planet Kai's cleansing herself of all this negative energy. And if you're not vibing at a certain frequency, your ass is hot. Bacon grease hot. Let me know what y'all think about this one in the comments. Like me on all other social media for more wisdom. And stay tuned, cause it's getting hot.
Man, look, y'all. It's about to be 100 and I think it forecasted for like 110 degrees in 2 days here on Wednesday. So that's wild, man. The world's heating up, or they're intentionally heating it up. I don't know, but either way, it's getting hot.
You're smart enough to watch this video. You're smart enough to know that that cloud is too high to be a uranium deposit. A warehouse, so to speak. Why? Well, this very well could be a bunker nuke. Specifically designed to explode on a self-destruct in case of an overthrow. This is a miniature tactical nuke made to destroy bunkers itself, but could be used in a different way. Now, I'm not so naive to believe that, well, it's just a uranium deposit. I mean, look at how high that cloud goes.
Right. Look at that. That's crazy.
Now, most of you do know what these nukes do in these bunkers. They're designed to go off, destroy everything in there, to prevent it from falling in enemy hands. So, if you kind of agree with my speculation,
I kind of agree with his speculation.
What's up, everybody? Back again with another fact for y'all. So, I think this is number 13, but intentional observer effect on quantum randomness. Basically, to sum this up, they had a computer that was generating random numbers, and then they had a group of people intentionally trying to focus on a specific number, and the number that the observers were trying to get to come up came up a lot more than any other number. So obviously this doesn't, explain everything, but the fact that the number that these people were trying to get to come up actually came up more during this test, shows something.
Shows that our thoughts are actual real things that can be picked up.
I can't believe I have to talk about this again, but here we go. I want you to take a good look at the pictures behind me. Take a very good look.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I did the Remini app. My baby look kind of cute. I ain't gonna lie. I should have never did it. I regret that I did it. I didn't want to do it, but it was done. I'm gonna show you guys. It's right here. Cute, right?
I guess no one likes to use critical thinking anymore. It truly lets me know who's in the Matrix and who's not. Remember I talked about the Lensa app and how it's creating avatars out of you by using your information and through face recognition? Y'all remember that? That video went completely viral. You remember? What do you think Remini is doing? Which is another artificial intelligence app just like Lensa. I already know a lot of y'all haven't read the terms and conditions. You willingly did it because it's popular and it's trending. A lot of y'all will accept the mark of the beast without questioning anything. You just do it. You selling your soul cheap. They don't even gotta ask you for nothing. You just give it over. Let me show y'all what Remini is doing with these AI babies. Read what this says. Popular app Remini is reportedly making AI child version of its users.
Yo.
This is literally happening, and I cannot make this up because there's women and men reporting that this is happening. I guess after hearing this information, how many more people will be using this app? Let me show you the terms and conditions that they're not allowed to do this. I want y'all to pause and read this. This is Remini's terms and conditions. It's basically letting you know they are not allowed to participate in any exploitation whatsoever, but that's exactly what they are doing. Are they not? Just for the record, when you sign up for these apps, you won't be getting paid, you won't be receiving any royalties. They can use your face, your avatar in any way that they please, and there's nothing that you can do because you signed the contract. I want y'all to say it with me. Love our children. Protect our children. Stand with our children. Because when we do something, they do it too. Remember that. I love y'all, family. I'll see you in the next video. Shalom.
Man, y'all, if I ever do have another child, I really, really hope it does not come out to look like that Remini child after what he just told me. Man, look, I want everyone that's watching right now after this video, I want you to go to Black Mirror and watch the first episode, Jane is Awful. If you watch Jane is Awful, I guarantee you'll never want to do any of this AI stuff ever again.
The Alkaline 88, super popular on the market. I'm going to test it versus the medical grade alkalized water from Japan. The meter that I test with, the positive number shows it speeds up inflammation in the body and speeds up aging. The negative number slows down aging. It has an anti-aging benefit. This water, it says that it's 8.0 with the pH drops. This one says it's a 9.5. When I blow my acidic carbon dioxide in, we'll see which side of the scale it's really on. It turns acidic because of the additives that they put into the bottle. This one is electrically charged through a medical device, all naturally. It changes it instantly. Now let's look at the absorbability. See how quickly the medical grade water makes green tea? That's what it do to your cells, detox them and give you energy quick. If you want more info, all you guys gotta do is hit me in the DM. Believe me, this stuff tastes great.
Bro, I need like 50 gallons of that, straight up.
So if you don't know, you're about to find out. The Jordan River dried up. Yep. Gone. Non-existent. But what's crazy is the things they found once the river dried up. What the hell is that? That ain't normal. That ain't normal, dog. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Look how big it is. And you can tell that it goes underground. So the Jordan River dried up and this shit popped up? Wow. I mean, if I would have seen some shit like this right here, dog, I ain't gonna lie, I might have to call the authorities. What is this? Yeah. What's that? We don't have a clue. And stuff like this popping up just means there's a lot of wonders of the world we don't know about. Come on, dog.
Yo.
They're looking like a reptilian. Facts. Big facts. Looka, baby. Looka, baby. Shout out to Tim's, because what the hell is that? That is weird, man. That's all I can say. They digging and finding artifacts and all types of shit after this damn river done dried up. Now, you know the Jordan River is symbolic, right? It is. I'll show you about it. Crazy part is, some of this shit look like them AI pictures. But I found these pictures on our archaeologist's website. This shit real, dog. Just imagine what's up under all of this, man. Something is going on. Like, there's a lot. We gonna keep finding stuff out. That's why I love TikTok. We gonna keep on finding stuff out. Yo, where you come from, dog? What is you? I ain't never seen you in this world ever. I ain't never seen you either. Where you come from? Let a brother know. Now, you look like you might be sad. You done went through some things. But tell me about the past, man. This is crazy. This is like one of them AI pictures too. Fact. Look at this guy in this shit. He look like, look what I just found. I wouldn't be looking like that at all. That look like a big ass skull. He announced, "One stronger than I am is coming after me. I am not even worthy to bend over and loosen the strap of his sandals. I baptize you with the water, but he will baptize you with the Holy Spirit." Jesus is baptized and attempted. About that time, Jesus came from Nazareth to Galilee, and John baptized him in the Jordan River. That's why the Jordan River is symbolic. But let me just say, all this shit is crazy. I ain't never seen no shit like this, and I'm guaranteeing you there's gonna be more shit to be found. I promise you that, and I won't be the one that's gonna find it.
Yeah, I'm finna really look into that. Like, I've never seen that stuff before, and it reminds me of like the petrified giants that we talk about every now and then, but those look different, and I had no clue that this was just underneath the Jordan River. So if anyone else has any information on that, you guys could let me know in the comment section. I will be searching that up though. Oh snap, we got part 2.
The world is a stage, and the truth is stranger than fiction. Notice the football has Mason written on it. Everything is always in plain sight. His brand is literally called Chasing Millions. 6 million here, 7 million here, 8 million here, 9 million here. Literally chasing millions in numerical order. 6, 7, 8, 9. When you add those up, of course, you get the number 3. There are no coincidences.
Wow. Man, look, that situation is just mind-boggling in all honesty. Like, clone?
Hey, you wanna see some crazy shit? Check this out.
People here. So maybe it's different for you because you just got here, huh? So it's not the same. It's not the same. No comment? You have to look up one photo.
No comment right now, guys.
No comment?
Yeah.
I'm not talking to the chief, sir.
Yeah. I understand.
Why doesn't he want to speak to the people? Only to a camera.
You can do your statement later.
No, we called up. We've been looking for him. I thought we were going to do Top Story Tuesdays all over the island. He's a cup of coffee. Haven't seen him. Been looking for him for a couple of years.
Yeah, they know what's up.
What happened?
They know it's a cover-up. Okay, nothing they do about
Explain
it.
to me again, sir, and aloha. I'd love to hear it from you. Why are you shaking your head? Why are you shaking your head, sir? You don't want to answer, huh? Okay.
We'll talk to you another time, guys.
Yeah, he won't talk to us another time. That's the thing. It's a very cowardly move. It's shocking. But you're not from.
Very cowardly move, like she said. They definitely know what's going
Man,
on.
hey,
Look
look,
at
this
that.
shit crazy. So I'm on somebody's page, looking at the, the shit that went on in Hawaii, and this person, I don't know if they noticed or not, but they recorded the actual laser beam coming down from the sky, dog. You can't make this shit up at 3:40 p.m., man. That's when the dual attack happened, man, at 3:40 p.m. I highlighted the shit in the background with the arrow so y'all can see it better. Look, if y'all can tag this person so they can see this video and they can go back and see it themselves. I left a comment in the video. I don't know if she actually saw the comment or not, but y'all need to point this shit out. I think this is the first original video that somebody actually caught the laser beam coming down from the sky. And she didn't even notice this shit. But I seen the shit. You can see it right here in the background. Look at it. Look at it. I didn't edit the shit. She didn't edit the shit. Like, the shit is there though. And you can see the smoke coming from that direction. Man, this shit crazy. Man, why they do them folk like that, man? That shit crazy, man.
Shit, they're gonna do it here next. You gotta be careful. Man, you clearly seen something though, y'all. Come on now.
Pay attention, Garden Gang. Yes. This how you know it's a dome. Look at that. A halo, rainbow halo. See that? Tops off the dome. Curvature light from the dome. Curvature light from the dome. This is a sign that hydrogen is in the air. This is a sign that part of the air is pure. Whenever you have a complete rainbow, complete halo rainbow, there's a sign of hydrogen in the air. Purity. This is a sign of purity in the air. All the things that's been happening. When you see this halo rainbow, a complete connected rainbow.
So look, check it out. In one of my past videos, there was a guy breaking down, the religion or religions and how, they worship the sun, right? And you have the sun here, and what's right above the sun or below it, whichever. I think that the sun's below the firmament, but that's just my opinion. There's a halo above it. I mean, come on.
That means that there is a sign of hydrogen, pureness in the air. That's right. It's going to expose the shape of this place, the dome. See that? You see that? It reflects out, makes a perfect dome, baby.
Y'all, I'm Inspector Gadget up in this. Look at this. Look at it. Now, do you see this movie? Oh, let's get into it. If you ain't watched this movie yet, I suggest you click off because I need to go into detail about the events that happened. Y'all know, when I put my 2 cents in on movies, it gets deep. But they had some cyber magic mind control cloning situations going on. Underground facilities and all. Just to make sure I don't forget, TikTok, this is for educational purposes, fake, scripted, not real, all of that. This is the main character, Fontaine. He's a drug dealer in the neighborhood. He had beef and he ended up getting shot, and let's just say the ops emptied the whole clip. Wakes up the next day like everything is just normal. Now these two saw him get shot. He woke up the next day like he was totally fine. I thought it was like the day was just reoccurring every day, but that's not the case because he messed around and found out he's a clone. We gonna get to the Michael Jackson part, just wait. In the place where they found the clone, they found this warehouse with all the cereal brands, all of the perms, the juices, everything, chicken, all distributed by them.
Y'all realize what they doing, right? Experimenting on niggas, I was there. Nigga, mind control. The chicken, the communion, the perm cream. All the fuck with how we feel, what we do, what we think to control us. Why? Do it better. They Clockwork Orange in this. We their target audience.
Y'all tell me why Jamie Foxx is the producer of They Clone Tyrone. Now I see why he been extinct, gone for a little minute. They figured out the whole conspiracy, but that wasn't actually the end goal. Fast forward, as he was talking to his original, he reveals the true point of them experimenting. So the whole original goal is that they wanted to turn melanated black people into white people. And they wanted to do this over 5 generations. Now they did have test subjects. I'm over here wondering, why do I see a white man with an afro and just curly ether? He was one of the test subjects who turned white. The worker at the gas station with the afro. Think about it, in the first scene they were talking about Michael Jackson. They even played his song in the movie. What happened to Michael Jackson? I have always had a theory about Michael Jackson not being the original Michael Jackson. Everybody keeps saying he had vitiligo. You can say what you want, but them children ain't his. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Y'all really think that's Michael Jackson? Okay. The same dude who said he wasn't ashamed of his melanin and he embraces his melanin and all of that, but he keeps being with white women. I'm telling you, this was a setup. He was not in control of his life. All of his clones was trying to let us know. But do y'all remember when Michael Jackson said this?
I'm really tired of the manipulation. I'm tired of how the press is manipulating everything that's been happening in this situation. They do not tell the truth. They're liars. They manipulate our history books. The history books are not true. It's a lie. The history books are lying. You need to know that.
My point is, just because you're cloned, that doesn't mean that you still don't have your mind. Yes, of course, they could possibly remove certain memories or something. And the fact that they have that type of technology that they can take the essence of you and put it in a whole new body, we're going to look into that. But even after all the situations that's been happening with him and the face structures changing and everything, straight hair, all of that, he still at his essence was a righteous person. It's the same situation with Fontaine. Some of them don't even know that they're clones, but he still had his free will, his essence. So I feel like all the times that he was hospitalized, him getting his masters back and owning Sony, that just showed that his clone was trying to get out of it. But eventually they kept rolling him back in. I know y'all keep floating around and saying that Kanye West was cloned also. But the essence is gonna crack and break eventually. Every time Kanye West kept breaking his MK Ultra, what did they do? Kept putting him back in the hospital. It's the same thing with these rappers. They end up having to fight court cases and for charges that just keep piling up. So now, what you think about all of this They Clone Tyrone movie? Y'all stay dangerous.
Look, y'all, they didn't clone Tyrone. They didn't clone Mike. They didn't clone Ye. they mess around and clone you and me.
Why can't we get beyond the ice wall? NASA won't let us.
It's a good question.
There are many entrances, but guarded by strong fields that block all attempts to cross. Another possible tunnel through or under. This ancient ship never made it. NASA covers up this secret base. Wreckage of UFO trying to cross from beyond the wall to our Earth realm.
Man, what y'all think that is? Yo, whatever that is, that's gotta be a huge, if it's a ship or whatever it may be, because if this is coming from like the Google satellite imaging or whatever, that's pretty big. You know, that's probably like, man, what y'all think that is, man? Let me know in the comments.
Allegedly found at the site. Wake up,
Allegedly.
Scariest conspiracy theories in the world that will seriously change your life. This shows a list of all the conspiracy theories in the world, from the top, the most well-known, to the bottom, the darkest of the dark, that will change your life. And welcome back, guys. Of course, as you know by now, in this series we're going from the top to the bottom, so I don't even know what part this is, but let's go. I don't like this one. I don't like it. This is solipsism. Genuinely, if you suffer from paranoia, anxiety, or anything like that, just don't watch this. Like, I actually mean it this time. Right, so you are the only real person. Everyone around you is literally an NPC, so am I. Wait, what? This is what solipsism is, just have a little read. I believe that only one's mind is actually sure to exist, which is true. The scary thing about this is there is no way to prove or disprove this.
Yo, this kind of, man, has anybody read into the hologram theory, right, where everything in the world is a hologram and is projected from your mind? So this reminds me of the hologram theory, because in that it also states that, you know, you are like the only person seeing things, and that nothing actually exists until you lay your eyes on it, meaning that everything behind me is not there until I turn around and I see it, right? And then I vision that it's there, but once I turn around, that it's not there anymore, right? It's just a little bit crazy and a little bit freaky, but this is pretty interesting.
Ever. So everything around you is fake, everybody around you is fake, only you are real. When you look at things, when you turn around, things just spawn in. But you are completely alone in this place, and everybody is just your brain's way of making you not feel so alone. Boom. Mind blown. See you in the next one.
There's a CIA document that came out. Everybody just started talking about it now. It's called the Adam and Eve story. It basically explains how the world is going to end. Has it been true? It makes sense. They say the world is gonna end because the poles, like, you know, North and South Pole, they shift every 12,000 to 15,000 years. And once they shift, it causes like a giant like apocalypse, big earthquakes, giant tsunamis. Once the apocalypse happens, we go right back to the Stone Age. And it's said that our first humans, like as us, it was 10,000 years ago. So if you think about it, 10,000 years ago, we're in year 2000. We're at 12,000 years right now. And now you see like global warming and like that. Like in the book, it says that we are the 6th civilization that came out of the apocalypse. So we just get to a certain point in life and then it just... And that explains a lot, because remember how you were saying that the Sahara Desert used to be green and like the Antarctica used to have forests like that? Yeah. That's what happens. Like it switches everything, flips. Yeah. So now like some places turn cold, some places turn hot. That's why they was talking about like the flood in the Bible like that. That's probably what happened to Atlantis and shit
I was
like
just
that.
about to say Atlantis. It would make sense for a city in the water if the water wasn't there before.
Yo, it sounds like what's going on in the world right now. We have all type of crazy weather and floods everywhere and forest fires, and the weather's just one day it's hot, one day it's cold. So we definitely going through some type of shift.
What is the next tallest thing we built? Stable structure after the pyramids.
What?
The Eiffel Tower.
Really?
Yes, late 1800s in Paris, the Eiffel Tower.
Huh.
That was the first stable structure we built as a civilization that was taller than the pyramids. So the Egyptians knew architecture. Those rocks are nowhere in the region. They found a place where those rocks were mined. And those are some big-ass rocks.
The thing about the pyramids that's so impressive is the precision and the sheer numbers. 2,600,000 stones.
Our best understanding of Stonehenge is that it's a functioning observatory that can actually predict eclipses.
Hey, so I think that the Eiffel Tower, I think that was built a long time before when they say it was built, but you know, that's just my opinion. I don't really have any evidence, but the pictures kind of seem a little iffy, a little photoshopped, you know, just like a lot of these buildings from back in the day. You know, the photos look a little odd. You know, you got these white vanilla skies in the background. So I don't know about that one. As far as the pyramids go, I feel like they could possibly have been built in another dimension, another realm, the mind realm. And when we were in that time, they just manifested right there on the spot, like bam. That's one theory.
What conspiracy theory do you believe is 100% true? Celebrities aren't actually giving their kids absurd names. They just aren't publicizing their legal names.
That makes
sense. There are
sense.
people rich enough to disappear. There must be some billionaires we've never heard of. That 95% of social media comments on news stories, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, are made by bots. For many years, people were considered crazy for saying the government is spying on everything you do online. Then the leaks started. Human cloning has already been done or attempted. We cloned a sheep named Dolly in 1996, and humans aren't that much different to sheep in their early blastocyst or embryonic development. Some government agency has probably cloned a human, and are watching over that person right now. Apple got rid of the headphone jack because Square was competing with Apple Pay. Jesse's girl and Stacy's mom are the same person. Social media algorithms are designed to enrage you and keep you unhappy. That Epstein was murdered to keep the world's elite secrets from being out.
Yo, pause. Hold on, I got two takes on how they're saying this. They're saying that Epstein, right? It could be like one of the conspiracy theories that I believe is that Epstein was murdered. All right, that's one way. But also, I'm seeing it as that Epstein, meaning that one. If they were just talking about cloning and stuff a minute ago, what if they're talking about that Epstein was murdered, but the actual one is still here? Ooh, let me add to the conspiracies.
There is more to both Kennedy assassinations than has been officially released. The CIA regularly posts this topic to see if people are catching on to the real conspiracies yet. It's been decades, but I'm like 95% sure my uncle is walking around with my real nose still in his pocket. Companies create shortages just to give them an excuse to raise prices. Not all of the more recent shortages, but certainly a good chunk of them. They also make sure the hype around the shortage is scaring consumers into buying as much as possible.
The darkest conspiracies in the world. The Mandela effect. A theory that suggests that our current reality has somehow been shifted into an alternate universe. Such evidence includes things like the Berenstain Bears being Berenstain Bears, fruit of the loom, with and without the cornucopia. Even the memory of Mandela dying in prison back in the 1980s versus 2013. Supposedly created by the CIA as a psyops. Are we really in an alternate reality? Hit the plus sign if you think so.
Yes, I know that I am high right now, but look at this lady. She is hitting a tennis ball against absolutely no service.
Bro, what?
It's just bouncing back to her. Like, look at it. How is it doing that?
Yo. That just messed my mind up. What was the tennis ball hitting to bounce back at her? Like, there was nothing there. Was the wind strong enough to, make the tennis ball come back to her? Like, if it was that strong, I don't see why you'd be outside playing tennis. So, yeah, that one kind of messed my mind up, y'all. Whatever that is, that's crazy.
Every picture of the Earth is CGI. This was the owner of NASA, Werner von Braun, and on his grave he has Psalms 19:1, which is a Bible verse. The Bible verse is, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork." Why would the owner of NASA have this on his grave? Alongside of that, NASA in Hebrew means to deceive, beguiled. On top of that, look at what happens when I type in flat earth backwards into Google. NASA is the first one that comes up. Everything in this creation has a torus field, which is an electromagnetic field. At the center of this electromagnetic field, between the two poles, you have the plane of inertia, which is the heart chakra. The plane of inertia is the 0 point between the two poles. This is why we have duality here. Everything's torus fields. Atoms are torus fields. The Earth is a giant torus field. This is why the Earth is green, nature is green, and the sky is blue, because blue comes after the green chakra. This is why all compasses point to the North Pole, because it's the center of the torus field. This is where the most electromagnetic energy is stored within the field.
Hey, so it was within the last couple of years actually. I just found out that compasses actually only go north, right? And I was telling other people this and they were a little bit confused, but a compass will never show you any other direction other than north. You know, the little arrow is only going to go north. No matter which way you turn, it's going to consistently go back to north. And I was like, if there's a South Pole, why does it never show south, right? And no one could really answer that question. But in my opinion, I don't feel like there is a South Pole. Like there's one right there in the middle.
Earth can be rearranged to spell heart because we live on the plane of inertia, the center of the torus field, the green chakra.
Nostradamus is crazy. He has made some crazy predictions like 9/11. His prediction says, in the year of the new century and 9 months, which is 2001, right? And 9 months, September. Yeah. September 11th. From the sky will come a great king of terror. This is a plane. He doesn't, you got to think he's from 1600s, right? If he's visioning this in his head, he's not going to know what a plane is.
What is that?
Right.
You know?
The sky will burn at 45 degrees. If you look up right now, the longitude and latitude of New York City, it is 40.5 degrees north. In the city of York, there will be a great collapse. 2 twin brothers torn apart by chaos. I don't believe in psychics for the most part, right? Yeah. But then I'm like, how do I explain that?
I do have something to tell you, bruh, that I can't even explain it. And till this day, nobody can, brother. It's hella weird.
Did this happen a long time ago?
Well, it still happens.
Whoa.
So this happened in Scotland at this place called Overturned Bridge, or Overtorn Bridge. And
know what you're talking about.
You might have heard this, bro. Apparently since 1960, bruh, over there on this bridge, there are hella dogs for some weird reason that jump to their death from this bridge, and it's like a 50-foot drop.
I've heard about this.
Yeah, and the craziest shit about it, bro, is some of these dogs will survive the drop and then still
get back up and jump off again. That's insane.
And even till this day, the dogs still try to do that shit. So people will just avoid walking their dogs across that type of bridge.
So it could even be like, I'm walking my dog.
Yes,
and my dog will jump off.
Try to jump. Yes. Like, what is the phenomenon? You know what I mean?
What makes the dogs want to jump?
Wake the fuck up.
What?
Wake up.
Ooh, is that a devil?
Wake up. Wake up.
What is that?
Wake up. Wake
up.
What is this? Wake up.
Buildings in which we just saw and how heavy they were, right? Tons and tons of stones. Well, here's a stone that probably weighs about 20 tons and can barely move from a truck, right? You're trying to move that, the truck's moving, everything's falling. Right? It doesn't make a lot of sense. And especially, let's say these buildings were built in the 1800s or 1700s when there were only about 1,000 people and none of this technology existed.
Exactly.
That's another good question. How on earth did all of those things get built, right? Or moved, or something like this, right? Or something like this. I think it goes to show that when we look into the past, things were very, very advanced, but we were told that we were supposedly, like I said, running around on horses and wagons and on. So we're going to go back to 1893 Chicago, and this is not the Chicago in which I know, right? The Chicago I know does not have statues like this and look anything like this. But this is what Chicago looked like before it was reset.
Look, all of these cities before this reset looked amazing. Like the buildings, the architecture, everything looks amazing. And then they tear it all down and add these glass and steel buildings that are just so plain and rectangular and square and just bogus. It's like we are regressing in life. You know, this was grand to be able to build something like this. But what we building now, trash.
Right? The fires that we heard about in Chicago and all those things, they were removing all of this. Look at this detail. This is a completely different city in which we know of today. Because look at this. Look at the architecture. Look at the design. Think of how hard it would be to create all of this, right? We can barely make a little bean and wrap it in mirrored paper. let alone statues like this made out of copper, right? Look at this archway. Look at the detail here. This is in Chicago. This is old world history, which is not taught about, right? They keep us in the dark. They don't teach us about our true potential and how there used to be a unified, advanced society which built like this all over the world.
And all this is built on just under 700 acres. All these buildings, which are huge and beautiful, things we could not build today. And we were on horse and buggy back then. How we did this, I have no idea. And then after the World Fair, shortly after, it somehow, I believe, burnt down. And they had them in St. Louis and Philadelphia and all these world fairs with all these extravagant buildings, which we have no idea how they were built, and they were all destroyed in every single town, which is weird. Let's look at more. Now look at this architecture.
Look at that. Look at that grand architecture, y'all. Just take a minute to let that sit in. Think about the Chicago now and think about that. That looks amazing. Just imagine going to downtown Chicago and that's what you walk into, right? And then if you look at the people all around, they don't look as if they can create these magnificent buildings, in all honesty. And the crazy thing about it is it's not just Chicago. These world fairs was all over the United States. I'm pretty sure it was just the US. And they all burned down or were tore down after a few months, you know, so it doesn't really make sense.
We were riding horse and buggy. We cannot build this stuff today. I mean, you see the crap we build nowadays. Big square buildings. Square high rises. Look at the detail in that work. Let's look at some more. Check that out. This is 1893. And there was electricity in all of this as well. This thing was lit up like a Christmas tree. Here goes our little god, whatever one they want to worship. It's like I don't know which one that is. I'm not too good with my gods. I only know one right above us. But look at this. Look how big this building is. All of this was built in like less than a year for this World Fair, and then it was destroyed, is the story that they're telling you. There's a lot more to our history that they are not telling us. Let's look at some more. Look at this stuff. Literally built this to have it standing for like 6 months for it to be destroyed.
Crazy, right? So my theory is this, right? They always say that, you know, somewhere they added 1,000 years or we lost 1,000 years or whatever the situation may be. What if this was built in the 800s, right? And they're saying that it was built in the 1800s. And they're telling all these people to come look at it one last time, basically because we're about to destroy all of this. I could see that happening, you know, because 1,000 years time to build this makes more sense than 2 years.
That is an incredible piece of work. So this is why I don't trust our schooling, our NASA, our government. Why was something this beautiful built to stand for 6 months for a world fair and then destroyed? And all the other ones around the world were destroyed as well. That makes no sense. I don't know what happened because it's not in our history, but this is something to question. Check it out.
It's crazy, y'all. I would definitely look into the world fairs if y'all interested.
Let's talk about digital ID. You know, we've all had those people that when you mention it, they say, bro, everything's already digital. You do your banking online and everything. What's the big deal? And that's exactly how the system has brainwashed you to think about it. Because the truth is, it's much more than just your identification that's going down digitally. It means that they're going to get rid of the entire monetary system as we know it and replace it with digital currency, meaning 100% control. So when they start pushing the climate change bullshit, and you go to the butcher and would like to buy a little too much steak to fill your freezer, I'm just going to tell you that red meat increases your carbon footprint too much and you're not allowed to do that. Next thing you know, Poof, you can't access your funds. Maybe you want to put gas in your car twice in a week. Nope, not gonna allow you to do that shit either. So this is the entire problem that we've been trying to explain to you about digital ID. Because we all know that it is just the start to something really fucking sinister. This would be the birth of full society control worldwide. Immediately after that comes your social credit score. Then what are you gonna do? All you have to do is have an opinion and they just shut everything off. Just like that, you no longer exist. You can't feed you, nor your kids, or your family, till you smarten up. And believe me, the terms and conditions that you'll have to follow to get yourself out of the hole, promise you will fucking suck. For all those who don't see this as a big problem, give your head a shake. Wake the fuck up.
Hey y'all, what's crazy is they already are doing this in China. They already have a social credit score. Like, if you go to the grocery store and you get a loaf of bread and you know, you look at it and you're like, I don't want this loaf, and you put it back somewhere that's not supposed to be, ding, you got a hit on your social credit score. It's crazy as that, y'all. So I hope that this isn't where we're going, but kind of seems like that, right?
You're not going to go anywhere till I show you something. He played some videos that showed clearly hidden cameras in different locations with extremely prominent people being videotaped having sex with minors. Most prominent one that stood out to me, you know, besides Bill Clinton and all that, when I saw Hillary Clinton involved with 3 underage females,
what?
I couldn't believe it. I saw Prince Andrew. There's key clips clearly showing the face of the people and what they were doing for like 5 minutes, and then another one, and then another one. It was like a montage.
Yo, that's how they control them, man.
I'll give you a little advanced warning. There's going to be a flying saucer crash on Hollywood Boulevard. What concerns me is a future false flag. You know, all they got to do is make a hologram projection appear over a city, and it would look like a scene from Independence Day where you have a huge craft hanging over the city, and people might say, please, government, take the last of my liberties so you can protect me.
Man, that hologram stuff is crazy.
This don't make sense. You're trying to tell me that they built this in 3 years, and after 6 months, they ripped it down. So for the people that don't know what this is, the Chicago's World Fair in 1893 was one of the city's most famous and infamous events, often called the fair that changed America. Now, why would you call something that?
Right.
27 million people went to this event to see elevators, the zipper, Cracker Jacks, the Ferris wheel, the first voice recording.
You know, I seen videos back in the day, and it was like around the same time in the 1800s. They had Skype calls, y'all. Not technically Skype, but video calls. Meaning you can go to a little booth, grab the phone, and you'd be able to see the person you're talking to on the other end. This is the late 1800s, early 1900s. They have this type of technology. Out of nowhere, it just disappears, and then they reintroduce it in the 2000s. So, I don't know, man. The technology back then was just crazy. It's all just like, it's a big conspiracy, you know what I mean? And you just gotta, it's just too much to like dissect.
The first voice recording? What? They even had a giant golden statue. Some people say it was gold plated, some people say it was solid gold, and some people say it was just fake. So the mainstream narrative says they built all of this just to host a fair, a bit like Disneyland. That don't look like the Disneyland to me.
Nah.
They're saying that it wasn't solid brick, it was only like plastering. That don't look like plastering to me. That looks like stone. 690 acres of land. They said it would take 2 weeks just to walk around and look at every exhibit. 2 weeks. They nicknamed this the White City because of how bright the electric lights shined that night. Don't these buildings look familiar? You see these buildings all over the world. This is the construction work of the Tatarian Empire, and that is the real reason why they ripped these buildings down.
I'm gonna make this video for the people that don't know who this is, and especially our women that decide to worship the wrong people. I know y'all heard the story about how the way she shapeshifted in front of a lot of people. And then, as you can read, her official world website posted this right here, as you see behind me. This is what it says up close, as y'all see right here in the bold statement. It says, earlier this week, the Queen was seen by thousands of people in a form they are not acquainted with. We seek to assure the public that the Queen is still a queen and remains a respected and loved figure that they always have known. While she may not be human, she is a devoted leader and monarch, and she believes the subjects will grow to accept her and her family for what they are.
Yo, they just told us right there. They said, while she may not be human. It's the same thing like with Mark Zuckerberg when he said, I used to be human. What are y'all trying to tell us? You know, you think we stupid? Think that we don't see, can't read between the lines? Man, what's going on? And why'd you delete it if that's the case? You know, if it's something just, oh, we're not, you know, she's a queen, so we're not saying she's a regular human. Why would you delete it off of your website? What you trying to hide?
Just think about that. What I've been telling y'all this whole time. And of course you got Putin right here. And we already see what's happening right now with Putin. I mean, just think about this. Read this. Look how the way she literally touched this man. Like, he don't even want to be nowhere near around her. If you ever look at any of those meetings that you see all the world leaders in, he's always on the other side of the room. Like, this is real. This is serious. And Putin is obviously, he may not be in this group with these people. Hence this war and everything going on. This is why. But take time and read this.
Okay, y'all gonna have to screenshot these because
I'm about to add a video to this explaining how much power she really have, and it's gonna blow y'all mind. But it shouldn't surprise y'all if y'all accept who she really is.
The media has misled the public into believing that Queen Elizabeth II is a symbolic ceremonial figurehead with little or no real power. That she is a cold but harmless old relic who passes her time sipping tea at the palace. Nothing could be further from the truth. As British monarch, Queen Elizabeth II is the wealthiest, most powerful person on earth. She embodies the crown and supreme world power. Presidents of the United States are forbidden any title of nobility and are subservient to the monarch. The U.S. President is Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces based at Camp David, which is known to insiders as Camp King David. Prime Ministers in Commonwealth nations like Canada and Australia are also subservient representatives of the British King or Queen. They are her spokesmen. The Governor-Generals of the Queen's Commonwealth nations represent and exercise the Queen's power on her behalf. What the general public doesn't realize is that their leaders are only representatives of the monarch and do not possess the power. They exercise the power. They do not reign, they rule.
So basically they saying the Queen runs everything.
Here's what to do if you ever observe a nuclear explosion. After the bomb has been detonated, it will form what is known as a mushroom cloud. And the size of this mushroom cloud is what you will use to determine whether or not you are safe where you're standing. This is called the rule of thumb for nuclear explosions. Let's say you observe the explosion out of your window. What you're supposed to do is take your thumb and hold it over the mushroom cloud. If your thumb completely covers the mushroom cloud, then you are safe. But if not, run for your life.
I hope I never see a mushroom cloud like ever.
Right where, Tor? Is that it, Tor? Right?
What is it? Is it somebody in the bushes? Something in the bushes? Uh-oh. Yeah, that's why I ain't messing with no camping, no woods, no none of that. It's not where I'm from, y'all.
If only they let me share this video right now. They muted the sound. Have y'all heard?
So, about 2 weeks ago, I met a man who had gone to prison for hacking. And he kind of shared with me that he has now been contracted by the Federal Reserve to consult on the rollout of the digital dollar.
Hey, ain't that crazy, right? You know, they'll lock you up for some stuff like that, right? For hacking. But then they're like, you know, this guy's pretty good. Let's hire him on our team. So they hired a criminal. Kind of like in the Bad Boys 2 movie where they went to that one nerdy guy and he was like, hey, I need courtside tickets to the Heat game. And he's like, all right, we got you. Just make sure you do what you're supposed to do. So, I don't know. I just want to throw that out there, man. It's just wild to me.
And what they decided to do was allocate $500 million in digital currency and give $100 a month to people who live in the projects for the next 2 years. And the thought process behind this is if Black people can learn how to use the digital dollar, then they'll roll it out to the rest of the world. Because they know that in order for something to reach mass adoption, the Black community has to adopt it.
You know what's crazy about that, y'all, is that the black community has so much power. Don't even know it, right? That's why they got to do this, because we're supposedly the biggest consumer, yet we're a minority. That's the big lie right there. We're not a minority and never were. We got to understand our power out here, y'all.
What in the mark of the beast is this shit? What in the mark of the beast is this shit? What in the mark of the beast is this shit? What in the mark of the beast is this shit?
What? Yo, pay with your palm? I ain't never seen nothing like that, man. That's what the world coming to.
Now this a tragic situation. The comments say I need big help on what to eat. My kidneys failing, bro. Please help. Now check this out. I'm finna tell you what you need to do. Then I'm gonna give you 3 healers. These 3 healers gonna ultimately tell you the same thing, but they gonna put you on a detailed protocol. Now check this out. You gonna start that thing out with a 72-hour fast. A 72-hour fast always jumpstart your endocrine system. Your endocrine system is all the glands in your body, but I want to specify your adrenal gland. Your adrenal glands sit on top of your kidneys. They're the powerhouse to your kidneys. Your kidneys filter your whole body, so this is very important if you want to live. And like I said, to turn them kidneys on, you need the plug, the electricity to it, which is the adrenal gland. Now check this out. This is what you're going to do. You're going to get off the blood and starch, meaning no bread, no grain, no animal flesh, and no animal byproduct, aka dairy. So I'm saying this is how you're going to eat after that 72-hour fast. No blood, no starch, but you're going to eat all fruit. Get on that all fruit for about a month, 28 days to 30 days. Because you're finna use the electricity and the magnetism in the fruit to heal you. Now try this out. 30 ounces every day. So you're drinking 15 ounces of green leafy juice and 15 ounces of fruit water. So that means you're going to buy a juicer and a blender to make this happen. 30 ounces of juice every doggone day. On top of the herbal tea remedy that I'm about to give you. Go to the herb shop and get plantain leaf, stingy nettle root, ashwagandha. You're going to combine them 3 in equal parts. Plantain leaf, stingy nettle root, and ashwagandha. Equal parts, so probably 1 ounce each. And you're going to drink a tea out of this doggone combination 3 times a day. On top of the 30 ounces of natural juice. Those 3 herbs gonna jumpstart your adrenal glands and get your kidneys to move and filter like they supposed to. Another herb that's gonna really turn your adrenal glands on is licorice root. Licorice root, right? But if you got high blood pressure, do not fool with licorice root because it's gonna shoot up even more and it might kill you because it's gonna make your adrenals very hyperactive. And I'm gonna throw one more herb in there to make tea out of. If you can't find any of them herbs, I know you can find some parsley. Boil the parsley, let it steep, let it cool, and drink it 3 times a day. This gonna get your kidneys back functioning and filtering like it's supposed to. If you don't believe me, I'm finna give you 3 herbalists, 3 doctors that you need to see. Patrick Dale, Yaki Awaken out of St. Louis, and Rasta Shalom from Shalom Health and Metaphysics in Jacksonville, Florida. These are some people that I done shot with, so I'm already knowing what type of timing they on. They gonna get you right. And I'm gonna go and give you a couple more if you in the Atlanta area. Sister Adama Ali and Mika have been off from an Edenic experience, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put their information down in the comment. Y'all just pay attention. You just pay attention. Big old peace and shalom, and I'm sending a whole lot of healing towards you. I know you're gonna bounce back. Do everything I told you and watch what happens.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that's big though. That's big because there's a lot of people going through kidney issues right now to this day. And it's crazy because, man, all you got to do is take in the natural supplements. Fast. Get all this stuff out of your body, all this cancerous stuff out of your body that your body can't handle. Fast. And then put the good stuff back into your body, and you'll just be amazed at how good you feel. And hopefully you guys wrote some of that down, because that was a lot of information.
The Illuminati are not just involved with celebrity. They have agents that work in all sectors of society. There are even some in the healthcare profession. They acquire body parts and resell them onto their rich benefactors.
So, Becky, call up Lucy Luce. We're gonna paint the town red. I'll be there soon. Whatever.
That's some GTA
Can't
right
wait to
here.
see you guys. I've already had some gray goose. Zoom zoom in the poop.
Yeah, that's some GTA all the way.
Hello, nurse. I've been looking for this patient. Where do you think you're going with her?
Hello, Dr. Parker. We were just bringing her to surgery. She seems stable, but we will need a surgeon to take a look at her.
No, nurse. I've already looked at her. She's beyond care. Surgery is way too dangerous for someone as weak as her.
Doctor, with all due respect, she's not that weak. She's stable, but she needs surgery right away.
Nurse, you're not qualified to make that decision. Now do as I say and take her back to her room. Let's try and remember who the doctor is here. You may be head nurse, but you're still a nurse. Do as I say now.
Yes, Doctor. Of course. But I will be making my feelings clear with the board. But yes, I will bring her back to her room. I hope that she can pull through on her own.
Good. All we can do is hope and pray she pulls through this. Bob, it's me. I have a new one for you. She's just arrived.
You have, yes, that's wonderful, Dr. Parker. So tell me what you have.
I have a young one, 21 years old. She shouldn't make it through the night. I will make sure of that. No prior illness, and all of her organs are in working condition.
Good. We can at least get $250,000 for her organs alone. Make sure you drain all of the blood. We'll use this for adrenochrome. Yes, this is a rare find, only 21. Good work. Call me when you have everything in place.
I would like to say that this is a fake story, but this is happening right now as we speak. In every profession, there are those who exploit it, and wherever exploitation takes place, the Illuminati will have a stake in it.
Yo, did y'all watch the show Squid Game? Y'all had to have watched Squid Game. I mean, like, who didn't watch Squid Game unless you didn't have Netflix? But Squid Game, they showed you what they was doing right there. They was taking organs and they was trying to sell them joints on the side. So, man, the world is crazy.
So sometimes I be having to take breaks from looking in the mirror or looking at my phone too long, because when I do that, it be moments I might judge myself. So for instance, like, I don't like the way how big my mustache is right now. If I get to looking at it and I start judging myself, then shit looking like a motherfucking Mexican with this mustache, I don't like it this big, right? But if I get to judging myself, I'm gonna instantly put myself in a vibration of insecurity instead of love, when I'm supposed to just be loving myself. So sometimes I take a break at looking at myself, so don't no programs of judgment come across my mindset, so I can be operating in a full state of self-love. So that way, my attraction for everything is bigger and better. But when I get to judging myself, I drop myself in vibration literally right at that moment, because I'm going to get to dive in too deep into that thought. Or sometimes I'll be having to take my shirt off and not look at my body, because my motherfucking mama been saying, you so skinny, you so little my whole life. I heard that. So I don't even want to take my shirt off sometimes. But then when I get to a certain place mentally where I free myself up there, I'm like, well, take this shit off. Take all this shit off. Wear your hair out, do whatever. You don't have to always look at yourself. That's when you get the fuck in your mind up.
Straight
just
up.
Be. Just enjoy, just feel how I feel to have this motherfucker off. You get what I'm saying? And I can't see my face if I'm just looking outward and always not looking at a reflection of my shit. You get what I'm saying? Now it's just I'm enjoying myself. I'm loving myself, because I'm not judging myself based on what this physical is. You get me?
Hey, I get what he's saying, 100%, man. Take a break from the phone.
Now pay attention. This comment say do high blood pressure. Just started following you. Help me please. Now we gonna have to fade these facts, bro. Everybody and their mama got the silent killer high blood pressure. I want y'all to notice these adrenal glands and the kidneys.
We
When
just
you
talked
check your
about
blood
this.
pressure, this is the diastolic and the systolic. Just for a general understanding, this is where you should be, according to the allopathic standard. Them adrenal glands pump that cortisol, adrenaline, norepinephrine. We need to figure out why. What's causing these stress hormones to be overly secreted in your body? The root problem is your environment, is your lifestyle, the environment of your body, the environment around your body. Now, the first solution I got for you, stop eating so much. The problem is we really do eat too much. And this is causing stress on our cells on an intracellular level. And if your cells ain't happy, this is what lead to death. But I'm gonna give you something you could eat to lower your blood pressure. A honeydew melon is a major blood pressure healer. You gonna pick this thing just right, and I like to squeeze on the end of it to see if it firm but give a little bit. So I'm finna give you something to try. Take your honeydew, cut it up, put it in a blender, and it's gonna come out with the texture of a smoothie. The reason why you need this is because it's gonna hydrate you, but not only that, the potassium that's in these honeydew melons gonna really relax your blood vessels. People who dealing with coagulated blood, that's shooting their blood pressure skyrocket. The problem ain't always sodium. The problem is white sugar, false sugar, synthetic sugar, because it harden your blood vessel. So that blood really can't push through for real then. So we need to be coming off the animal flesh, the animal byproducts, and coming off of the starch. No bread, no grain, no white potatoes, no white sugar. Come off of that sugar and it's gonna make a big difference. The only sugar you need is the natural sugars that come with fruit. Moment you take the sugar from a sugar cane, you cook it and you separate it, it becomes foreign material. It's a drug to your body. It dries out your blood vessels and hardens them. And that's one of the main things that we eat that leads to high blood pressure. But going back to this honeydew melon, this is what gonna give you the potassium. The potassium is gonna relax your blood vessels and hydrate you. I know some of y'all want the herb recommendation for high blood pressure, so stay tuned. It's a lot of information to cover on this high blood pressure, and I'm ready to give the details. Remember, healing ain't no quick fix. Real healing is holistic from your mind, body, and spirit. It's a whole lifestyle change. It ain't nothing you can do overnight, because we trying to permanently fix this problem. So y'all stay tuned. And I go live on my Instagram every other night. So follow the Instagram link that's in my bio.
Alright, y'all, so we got the herbs earlier. Now we got the fruit to eat, you know. Melons are my favorite fruit in general. Watermelon, honeydew melon, cantaloupe, which I'm pretty sure is still a melon. So yeah, those is my favorite ones. And a quick fact I want to throw out there, because he mentioned sugar, right? We need to start looking at sugar a little bit different than what it is, because if you look at sugar as a drug, which I think sugar is a drug, because you can compare it to another drug called cocaine, right? So therefore you have a sugar cane plant, and you know, you have your cocaine, right? You separate things from it, it turns into a white powder, and you get high off of that, right? They're the same thing, just a different effect, and we're all addicted to sugar. So we cut that out, man, we'll probably be a lot healthier people in general.
A war about that peace. I'm willing to die for my peace. For me, my family, I'm talking about my cosmic family. That's every single black person on the motherfucking planet. And Latino person.
First off, man, free Rashad Jamal, man. They got my boy locked down for some crazy stuff. Like, I'm like, what? It's ridiculous. If y'all don't know what's going on with him, go ahead and look it up, man. But yeah, free Rashad Jamal.
First, then my animals, the ants, the bees, the wasp, the elephants, the alligators, nigga, the snakes. Then it's nature, the elements, fire, water, earth, sky, wind. All of these things that these motherfucking reptilians, or if you want to call them the deep state, the cabal, the Vatican, the 13 families, all them bitches is working with the draconian reptilians and the Pleiadians.
Yo, I didn't even watch the full movie. I just watched half of the movie, Jupiter Ascending, last night. And what he's saying is bringing back that movie. You got these people working with Pleiadians, or whoever, they call themselves something else in the movie, but they look like what we're shown Pleiadians look like, right? And then they have little grays working for them, and draconian and reptilians, and the human race just has no clue whatsoever. But yeah, I just want to say that real quick.
Those are the oppressors who are oppressing us on every level. And then my next people I'm here to wake up, it's the high vibrational human beings. I'm here to let these white people know their true history. Like, man, y'all come from a whole different planet too. But we not y'all enemy, nigga. The people that run the world taught y'all to think that black people are the enemy of white people. And they taught us to think that y'all are enemies so that this can happen now. So that when we wake up, we gon' war, nigga. We like, hold on. They done took our shit. Now we know, so yeah, we feel away. It ain't like y'all went out, they went already killing us. So once we activate like that, what's the first thing we thinking? Anybody we see white, they gon' get it. They want us to think like that though. So why they hide out in mountain cities and shit. They got whole cities in the mountains, nigga. Whole cities underground, they hiding in. For this moment in time that we're going through right now. Why did they kill everybody that speak truth? Why was everybody killed that spoke truth, nigga? They killed Dr. Sebi. All Dr. Sebi did, he was never this aggressive with them. I do this shit for Dr. Sebi too, nigga. Dr. Sebi wasn't even aggressive with y'all. Y'all locked the man up just because he figured out the cure to AIDS, nigga, because y'all know we gods.
Crazy.
Dr. Sebi realized that we gods. We are electrical beings. We don't require meat. Meat dies. That meat is dead. The meat is dead. And when you put dead meat inside of a motherfucking electrical body, you're gonna get all type of dis-ease.
There it go, right there.
That's vibration though. But they never taught my people that in school. But you know, that's how it go, y'all. In the house that Sam built. You know? The house that Sam built, y'all. This what he did. Came and killed everything. Not just you. Everything. Look around you. Look at the state of your people.
Look, it's a whole row of the zombie lights and shit. Yeah, this shit is real.
Hey, this literally happened in my town the other night. I'm driving. I got off the highway and I see purple lights. Never seen it before ever in my life. And here we got purple lights. And I heard this has been happening everywhere and they don't know a cause for it. You know, they're just saying some random stuff. It's weird though.
Fam, they got them everywhere, yo. Oh, man. Anyway, fam. Oh, look, it switched right there in your face. Oh,
look
shit.
at that. What the
hey,
heck?
Yeah, man. They getting ready for the zombie apocalypse. World War Z, nigga. Chop, chop. Let's go. Look at that, fam. You guys see it switching? Yo. Hey, anyway, stay up, stay blessed. Bang, bang. Let's go. New Earth styles. Yo. Yeah, so, fam, I was recording the zombie lights, and as you see, they started switching colors. They started flipping in between purple and blue, like right there. They are not broken, like they're trying to say they're broken LED lights. Those shits are not broken. They're programmed like that. When I went out there and started talking shit, they started glitching. I've never seen them do anything like that before. Family, it's the first time I've seen them switch back and forth like that. Those things are not broken. They're programmed with frequency.
Yeah.
That is for the zombie apocalypse. It's some kind of frequency they're gonna set off in the people, these Jabberwockies. They set these shits up everywhere, fam. This is definitely part of some kind of agenda. Keep your head on a swivel. And if you get a chance to videotape these things in your town, anywhere you're at, please do, and send them to me or post them, because this is something we need to be discussing. There's something to this, family. Anyway, y'all stay up, stay bliss, and spiral up. Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
Hey, this is a part 2 to my previous video on how to survive this new wave of coronavirus.
Part 2,
I
y'all.
told y'all the foundations and the principles about what to do. All sickness really come back to the same doggone problem. So check this out. Now, these the herbs that y'all gonna use in a hot tea. I'm gonna recommend 2 main universal herbs. That's gonna be Malayan leaf and echinacea. First of all, that Malayan leaf is gonna really strengthen your lungs. It's gonna get your respiratory system popping. It's gonna expel mucus and get rid of toxins. Now, when I say expel mucus, y'all, don't get it confused. Mucus ain't no bad thing. Mucus really here to help you. But too much of anything will kill you, and mucus can suffocate you, bro. That echinacea, when you boil the echinacea down as hot tea, bro, it's gonna real deal stimulate your lymphatic system. It's gonna provide the nutrients and vitamins needed for you to fight back. That, again, with cleavers, dandelion, these are universal herbs. Dandelion root, dandelion leaf, I'm telling y'all from experience, right? Matter of fact, let me tell you my experience. When I caught coronavirus, it was on my birthday. And I know that it's a spiritual thing, right? But I still had to fight back in the physical realm too. Check this out. I was in Florida, and my old lady and children just so happened to have been in Atlanta probably about a month before this happened. So tell me why I got sick. FaceTime them in Atlanta and they were sick too. I ain't gonna go into details about that, but just know sicknesses come from spiritual matter. But anyway, this is what I did. I bounced back with a steam of orange peel powder and let that thing steam, and I put my face over it. Then I boiled me down some Malayan leaf, let that thing cool off a little bit, drunk it, and I went to the park to sit in the sun. The sun is what you're gonna be eating. Y'all should already know you ain't gonna be eating while you sick anyway. So you're gonna be eating sunlight, getting that B12, that vitamin D. It's gonna heal you. Get around some trees, do that CO2 and oxygen exchange. And also be out there grounding with your feet in the soil. This is what I did, and I bounced back from coronavirus overnight. The next day I was on echinacea tea, and then I did burdock as well as a diuretic to make me pee, just to make sure it was coming up all the way up out my system. So y'all heard the herbs to use, right? And also remember what I said. Sickness comes from a spiritual matter before it manifests in the physical. Always remain meek. Pride is what gonna lead to your fall. Stay prayed up and K'd up, man. Listen, tap in with me. Instagram link in my bio. Shalom.
Hey, he be dropping some gems. I would suggest y'all go follow your boy.
Emmanuel Macaroni. Whatever you want to call this French excuse of a president. Word has it that you want to go to war with Niger in Africa. Come here, let me ask you a question. What makes you wrap your motherfucking mind around going to war with melanated people in Africa after you've been stealing their diamonds and gold? What, are you mad because the president of Niger cut off your uranium supplies? Or could you be mad at Vladimir Putin for cutting off their gas supplies that supplies France? You see, Niger is the 7th largest uranium supply company in the whole entire fucking world. And this palm-colored president is pissed. By the way, I've been noticing a lot of melanated people in the French army. My advice to you, stand down. We do not need any more black-on-black crime. I say all that to say this. To the American government, the American military, if you intervene and step foot in Africa with your troops, and you go to war with the people in Africa, it's gonna be all bad here on the home front. I'm the one and only Sasquatch. Black Army, bitch. Ha!
Hey, it is what it is. I just hope that they don't go to war over there, and if they do, man, look, it's just gonna be crazy. I ain't never been a fan of war, though.
We're like the only race of people that they tell us to forget our history.
Right.
Everybody else, you know, the Japanese would be like, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, we're going to let you know so it doesn't repeat itself.
Even 9/11.
Never forget.
9/11.
Never forget.
The Jewish people, Holocaust, don't you forget that shit. That shit's not going to happen.
Right.
Armenian slaughter, every other person. And then they'll all ask us to support them.
Yes.
In their plight.
Yep.
And we will go, you're right.
Yes.
And we'll protest with
what
them.
About slave?
What about slavery? Oh, fuck. Slavery.
So true.
They just want us to continue to entertain, give them creative ideas so they can steal all of that shit.
Yes.
We are the only motherfuckers that they tell to forget about our history. The shit is so disgusting.
It's crazy.
When you go to a doctor's office, what's the first thing they do? They pull out your medical history.
Right.
Because we have to assess what is happening now. We got to look back and see, okay, let's see what happened. You were last time you were here, this happened.
Right.
That's how you're able to move forward. If you watch a baseball game or a basketball game, What are the announcers talking about? Well, last year he last week he had 5 shots. That's normal. Your past is normal, so we can assess what's going
go
on.
Deeper when you go to court.
New shoe deals.
Nigga, you got your case.
Let's
Them
look at your
motherfuckers bring
record.
up your
They
past.
bring out your
In
past.
1987, such committed a fucking crime. Like, hey, I'm not like that no more. Can you forget?
I was 12.
Right, can you forget? They don't forget.
Because it might repeat.
I was
But
12.
that's why they bring it up to you. Go, we don't want that shit to repeat.
It's so true.
And they don't use that same philosophy on African American history or African history, because I really believe this. We are so deeply hated around the world. They hate us so much.
Right, it's so true.
And if they're not making money off of, if they're not benefiting sexually, monetarily, culturally, they don't think of us as
And the
human
reason why I
beings.
say that you're so right, Godfrey, for years I was in my own bubble. Like, I would just go through life not giving a fuck about nothing. Like, getting money, just chilling. And I really started getting into knowing our history over the last 9-10 years,
It's
right?
amazing.
And what people really don't understand, see, America is white supremacy. They're going to promote
the world.
thing. And it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
But what people, if you read the Pope, prays to a black Jesus, a black Madonna.
A black Madonna in the Vatican.
In his private chambers. Black.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a secret.
Not at all.
This is a fact.
No.
Yes.
Not only that, but the Black Madonna is a replication from Isis and Heru.
Yes.
The Egyptian gods, Asar, Aset, or Isis
doubt.
and Osiris, which is the
Everything
Greek.
comes
But
from that.
Asar and Aset, and the Black Madonna is Isis and Heru.
Yes.
Or Horus.
Now to the white people,
and that's where they got Superman. Superman, the story of Superman is Egyptian.
Wow.
They stole that from Supergirl and
Yeah,
Superman. Offset, Heru is Superman.
It's a worldwide plot against us. What's this?
Hey, you want to see some crazy shit? Shit decent.
Mother's second cousin, Sonia Womack Miranda, had been trying to piece together the Miller family's origins, a notoriously difficult task for African Americans because records are hard to come by, especially before 1865.
It really was a hobby.
Not in just my case, my family, I know because I've spoken with my parents who spoke with their great-grandparents, and their great-grandparents were born in the 1860s, 1870s. They said they don't know anything about their parents, have no clue where they come from, and they don't remember anything before the age of 14. So that tells you everything. And I've spoken, some people told me via private messages that they also spoke with their parents and grandparents who told them that when their grandparents or parents were kids, they met their great-grandparents who were born in the 19th century, and also they told them that they don't know who their parents are. And
Yo, I've been preaching this to my little brother for some time. If my little brother's watching this, bro, listen. They've have orphan trains, like you say, they have these incubators. You have all of these older people who do not know how they got here. Right? They don't know who their parents are. They don't know anything about their life, really, except for that they were orphans. You have all these old orphan centers, right? It doesn't make sense that they are just so many orphans. Why would there be so many orphans? You know what I'm saying? They clone people. It's crazy, man. I know it sounds crazy. Go watch the show Watchmen, and there's a scene in there that kind of reminds me of it. You know, they have these incubators where they're able to grow a full-size human being in like a day or two. And then you get all the older people, right? And this is a whole nother thing, who say that their whole life as children, they truly thought that children came from either a stork or a cabbage patch. Why?
they don't have any memories of when they were children, like between the ages of 4, 5 to all the way to 12, 14, which gives, that's pretty much the same thing everywhere in the world, every continent. So yeah, that proves that.
So many styles for this, you know, it's weird. It's strange. It's like they got a kid. It's like when they got here, they were just given a kid of clothes. They didn't always fit. They didn't always make sense. You know. And this year, I don't know. Not sure. Maybe a World's Fair. Maybe something else. Not sure. It's not a picture. It's a drawing. These guys, captains of industry. I don't know. Pretty suspicious looking to me, especially the guy there on the staircase. It's his deal. Yeah. Like I said, if anybody knows more than me, feel free to leave it in the comments. Yeah, those are telegraph wires, but still, it's a lot of them. Yeah, there's some inconsistencies with the technology and the infrastructure. We had telegraph wires, but we had mud roads. We had telegraph wires, but we had horse poop. Yeah. Dung. We had dung. We had dung in the streets. Yeah. It just doesn't add up. We could build marvelous buildings, but we had horse dung in the street. Yeah, we're led to believe that these inconsistencies are normal. They're not normal. They're glaring, stark inconsistencies. Yeah, some people were poor and they had to live in houses like in that previous picture, and they had to have jobs like these kids. But that's another inconsistency. If anybody wants to debate this, I'm open for discussion about anything I said. I'm trying to figure it out too. I don't have all the answers.
What y'all think happened? Let me know in the comments. What y'all think happened in the 1800s? Because something definitely happened. 1860s, to be exact.
They're building the subway, or are they digging out the old buildings? That's the question. Look at all these people. They'll tell you that they came from Europe. They'll tell you that they came from Eastern Europe.
That's the true slave ship right there. That's where everybody came from. And it wasn't black Americans. I'm just throwing that out there. You know, we can have the whole slave debate another day, but that's my view on it.
They'll tell you that they came from Russia. I don't know. Maybe. But why? Why did when they get here, there was already a place where there was already skyscrapers? Did they help dig out what was still left under mud? I mean, no one can argue that the period between 1812 and 1920 was a very interesting period in America. Now, other people, they focus on Europe, they focus on Asia. I'm primarily concerned with what's happening here in the United States between, I don't know, I'd say 1812 and 1920. There's an incubator baby, you know, a lot of talk about the incubator babies, the World's Fair, and the true meaning. I don't know, but it seems sinister. There's a panorama of San Francisco World's Fair. You know, there's a lot of people there. A lot of people came to San Francisco shortly after the earthquake. They thought it was a good idea to rebuild in an earthquake-prone part of the world. You know, look how fancy the trains were. Look how nice the rugs were. Look how nice the ceiling of the train car is. Why can't we do that? Is it because it's not necessary? Here, look, see Chinatown, San Francisco. Same phenomenon. Everybody dressed the same.
Yeah,
everybody primarily has the same type of hat. There's another picture of a beach scene. You know, everybody looks like they're not dressed for the beach. And like I said, they'll talk about modesty, you know, but it doesn't add up. People were allowed to dress appropriate for the beach. Here's some more immigrant children and their mother. You know, I know that history was spotty then, but look at this here. The White House. And there's trash everywhere. These people look indigent and dirty, that they don't belong. I know things were different back.
You live inside of a sphere. Okay, we got ships leaving a volcano. So y'all, I think this is how ships get in and out of certain parts of the earth. Through volcanoes. And look at all of these ships. That's a lot. That's a whole fleet. And they large ships too, so it's probably a lot of people inside of them. So much we don't know.
Check it out. This is what happens when you microwave a phone.
First off, I will not advise anybody at home to do this. Don't put your phone in the microwave and don't turn it on. Unless you want to blow your microwave up or something, or blow your phone, or whatever is going to happen. But I wouldn't advise doing it.
Keep looking. Pay attention. Okay, you about to see this entity come out of this phone. Look at this shit.
You see his mouth moving?
Now, it could be a strong possibility that these phones have entities attached to them. I'm just saying, question everything.
I don't even want a cellular phone anymore. Bring back the house phones.
Really, Vinny?
Like, he's not even supposed to be in our school. He's like 25 and he's from California, even though he's my
Hold
debate
on.
partner. What the hell?
Shocking. After we heard the first gunshot, we initially thought it was a drill. Actually, that was a bad choice. It's okay, you're fine. Actually, that was a bad choice because the janitor. Sorry. It's okay. You're fine, David. You're fine. Honestly, when I was going out, I was kind of in. I wasn't. Hold on. When I was going out, I was in shock. I don't know how to put this in perspective.
Yo, just straight up making lies up.
So most of my friends that made it out, one of them went into a bathroom in the same, I believe in the same hallway as the shooter. Oh, hold on. One of them went into the same bathroom, I believe, as the hallway shooter. He was in there at the same time, and he was in the bathroom, and he didn't...
That's why you can't trust the news, y'all. They're literally actors on there. Okay, now this is strange. That mug glowing up.
Objeto no identificado.
Unusual sight captured on camera. Japanese and local astronomers say a Chinese satellite was recently seen beaming down green lasers over the islands. This video captured atop the Subaru telescope on Mauna Kea, operated by the National Astronomical Observatory of Japan. Bryce Moore has the story.
The lasers flash for just a couple seconds. Initially thought to be from a NASA altimeter satellite, the Japanese put out a correction note on Monday saying NASA scientists found a most likely candidate as the ACDL instrument by the Chinese Daki-1 AEMS satellite. I went to a University of Hawaii astronomer who read up on AEMS instruments.
It's a Chinese satellite that is measuring pollutants, among other things. It has many different instruments on it, some kind of topographical mapping, or they're also used for measuring stuff in the Earth's atmosphere. And I think that's what it is, to environmental measurement satellite.
I also sat down with the former chief of staff of Marine Forces Pacific. He had some questions.
I'm not sure, this is my opinion, why the Chinese, who are probably some of the most prolific polluters on the planet, would be collecting data on pollutants on this side of the Pacific.
Both experts say this isn't explicitly a spy satellite. It is cataloged and known by governments around the world.
The U.S. has satellites that do the same thing. So in this case, despite all of the flurry, well-deserved flurry about Chinese spy satellites and other devices, this one is just orbiting Earth and has a known orbit.
The footage was taken January 28th, before the recent incident where a Chinese balloon traversed over the mainland U.S. before being shot down off the coast of South Carolina. Which brings the question, how much is the Chinese military seeing?
They can shut.
Everybody knows something's up. Everybody knows. That is not normal. Everyone is looking up, wondering why the sky is split.
Everyone knows.
Sky is broken. And everybody knows something's fishy, don't you? It's fishy, ain't it?
You know, that's the first time I ever seen this.
That's right.
These blue umbrellas from the Hawaii fires are circulating the internet of how they weren't affected by the flames when things around them was burnt. And this video from Laserverse is showing different colors reactions and how blue isn't affected. This is for general purposes only, with some people claiming that blue repels radio frequency, and how blue painted objects didn't burn down with the Simpsons blue umbrellas.
Them Simpsons. Them Simpsons always doing it, I swear. That's, oh my God. And it's literally, it's an umbrella. Like, how they know that, right? It's crazy.
Scene with conspiracies claiming that it's either aliens or laser devices or Russia who did this allegedly. But the Hawaii Fire Science Program Coordinator at Hawaii Community College made a statement about this and said, "There is no reason the color blue has anything to do with wildland fire behavior. Wildland fires do not burn in a consistent manner, but in a mosaic pattern. The blue umbrellas may have been treated with a substance that prevented embers from igniting them. There were unburned structures surrounded by burned structures. And it was stated by them that the fires started from bare power lines, not laser or aliens targeting us or Russia. But what do you think about this? Is this a coincidence? May all the people that lost their lives in these tragic fires be rest in peace."
I'm getting all blue clothes from now on, y'all. Just to be safe. I got a blue pot. A blue car, though. Blue house. You got the umbrellas that umbrellas out of all things. Another blue car, untouched. Everyone wearing blue clothes. Yep, I'm getting all blue clothes, y'all, just in case. I advise y'all to do the same. It's my favorite color anyway. Man, they just showing us too. We're blue, y'all.
This video came across my For You page, and here it is, slowed down, where I noticed there's a lot more blue tarps than originally shown in the videos. And notice there's 4 trees, not 3. And they pan over to show a little bit more. Nothing that stands out here, nothing out of the ordinary.
I don't get how these
Besides
cars
the fact
burn.
that this city is decimated. Something fishy about those blue tarps. Anyway, just wanted to share this
Blue
finding.
tarps.
Watch my other video that explains that those blue tarps are just hiding reflectors, beams. Probably 5G antennas or something.
What? She said they hide in 5G antennas.
Get your ass in here and sit down. Now, I've been seeing a
We
lot online about the blue structures in Maui that didn't burn down. I want to give my itty-bitty little opinion on that, okay? Stay with me. This is lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli is a beautiful blue crystal. Now let me give you a little fun fact about crystals, just in case you didn't know. Crystals do not burn in fire. See where I'm going with this? Do crystals burn in a fire? No. A real crystal will survive the flame and not burn in a fire because crystals have a very high melting point. Ultramarine is a deep blue color pigment which was originally made by grinding lapis lazuli into powder. Now see, back in the day, like back in the 18th century, they ground up this powder and made paints with it to make portraits. The Egyptians used it as eyeshadow. And see, this paint is worth more than gold, which means only the richest of the rich can afford this paint. All I'm saying is, what if they coated their rooftops and these boats and stuff like that with this ultramarine paint? And I know what you're about to say.
Makes sense.
What about the house with the red roof? I saw that too. So, another member of the crystal family, red jasper. What is red jasper used for? Protection. It's believed jasper has an ability to create and help balance aggressive, dynamic energy. Red jasper was used to staunch wounds and increase fertility. It's also used to make paint as well. Kind of look like the same color, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
You can even find red jasper watercolor on Amazon. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying. What if?
What if?
It would be perfect. Get your ass up out of here.
Listen, y'all think she cracked the code to that one? I mean, it is crazy. How do all of these houses burn and yet one house in the middle of all of them is untouched? How do all of these cars burn and yet one car in the middle is untouched? An entire restaurant burns down. The only thing that doesn't burn down are the blue umbrellas. It's gotta be something bigger to that. What's this? Something crashing to Earth?
Nope.
Nope.
No. See, I know you fucking with me now. This Mandela effect shit is getting out of hand. CERN, you done fucked up. Cause I'm tired of switching in and out of different motherfucking realities. Every other motherfucking day, there's some new shit popping up. Yo, rest in peace, Boy Barker. About 5 times. Cause this guy done died so many times, it's fucking getting ridiculous. Dead ass. He ain't the only one either. Cause I remember Bill Nye the Science Guy dying in 2012, and that motherfucker's clearly alive.
Wait. Bill Nye the Science Guy? I ain't think he passed away. I still be watching Bill Nye the Science Guy with my boys. You know, we watch it before school start, and school about to start up here soon, so we probably gonna start watching it again. But yeah, we'll watch it before school, you know, watch a little science here and there. But I didn't know Bill Nye the Science Guy supposedly had passed away.
But what the fuck? Because I remember this shit right here. I remember it. I remember this, man.
This is some Mandela stuff at its
But
finest.
I also remember another time, too. This shit ain't making no damn sense. Everybody, a lot of people know, but a lot of motherfuckers don't. Some people from this new reality, and some people from the old one. I'm from the reality where it wasn't okay in Chick-fil-A. Yeah, that's the reality I'm from. He was dead some years a fucking ago. Now he alive, dead again, alive, dead again. How the fuck he died in 99? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. All I know is this shit is crazy. Peace.
Man, Bob Barker was probably like 1,000 years old.
The alien whose CIA name was Range 4 Harry, for example, one time I saw him walking in the soft dirt over on the southwest side of the Range 3 lounge, and after he had left, I went over and measured the depths of the footprints he left. And from those, I estimated that he only weighed between 90 and 110 pounds, even though he was the same height as I am. Their arms, their bones are only about half as big as ours. Their thumbs are only about half as long, but their fingers are longer in proportion to their hand than ours, and they're way more flexible. But it also means that they're not built for heavy lifting. We're built like gorillas compared to them, you see. They have men, women, and children. And if the men and women are standing side by side and not walking or moving, it's frequently not possible to tell which one is the man, which one is the woman, especially for the young adults. When they get older, then there are obvious differences, but in the facial structure and the bones and stuff. But especially for the young adults, it's entirely possible for two of them to be standing side by side, and if they're not moving, to be not sure if you're talking to men or women. Once they start moving, though, then it's very obvious which ones are the men and which ones are the women, because the men are more like human men. When they walk, they kind of go pound, 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 whereas the women are much lighter on their feet and much more animated. The women are much more, like human women, much more willing to talk than the men. It wouldn't be at all unusual for, say, four young men to come around and not have any reason to say anything, and not say anything, to just come around and to just come and not say hello, not say goodbye, not say anything in between, and just stand and look at you. Whereas the women, if they came, usually the women would say something like, typically, is it okay if the children play while you release the balloon? Or usually if you ask the women something, they would have some questions, or at least some conversation. But they never came the tall whites never came just to talk with me. If they were talking with me, it was always as part of the reason they came.
Yo, we got a whole alien civilization out here. So these lights are always like in triangle formations. And it's always 3 of them. What's to that? I'd be scared being on the plane and I seen that though. I probably wouldn't be too excited because I don't know what's gonna happen next. Like straight up, I don't know how I would feel if I seen a UFO on a plane.
Pay attention.
Welcome back. The time is now 7:14. Japan preparing to release more than 1 million tons of treated radioactive water from the Fukushima nuclear plant into the Pacific Ocean. The power plant was damaged during an earthquake and tsunami 12 years ago, causing a meltdown. Japan's prime minister gave the final go-ahead today during...
Yo, check it out, right? What if we have some extraterrestrial creatures, right? You know, reptilians or greys or whoever, right? And they can only survive in, you know, places with high levels of radiation, you know, abandoned cities where no one can live, you know, like Hiroshima, for instance, right? And what if that's what's really going on and they live underneath the water as well? Like they might have cities underneath the water, and what they're doing, you know, is feeding them radiation. They're like, okay, let's give Godzilla his food. I'm reaching with that one though.
The only person that's really like tired of people fucking our planet up, like, who the fuck gave you the authority to dump all this goddamn nuclear waste into the ocean? Do you know what that's going to do to our environment? Now let's just think about what that's going to do to the marine life. Or how about even if that shit come back to the shore, how many people are gonna get radiation poisoning? I'm just saying, bro, I'm really tired of people fucking our planet up. When we gonna get our planet back, bro? For real. Let me know what y'all think about them dumping nuclear waste into the ocean in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom. Stay tuned, fam.
They doing it because we don't run our planet. Them other people run the planet. Okay, I didn't know what that was at first, but that is a plane spraying them trails. Just spraying.
Wow, bro.
Got drones out here now?
What is going on? What is going on?
They're gonna start attaching weapons to drones, watch.
Cuando está brillando tanto, ahí va.
Mira, 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 mira.
Vamos a ver.
What's this?
Viene arriba de nosotros.
Es a una velocidad de la hostia.
Pues sí, y si, pero eso puede que sea un dron, mira, nos está viendo.
Are the light getting smaller? Or is that just the camera? It could just be his camera.
Mira, 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 mira.
Oh, there it goes. Gone now.
Y de repente se apaga.
What the heck? What about this? Look at this. What's that rising? Yo, got the whole sky lit up. Look like the sun at night or something. Now, what y'all think this is? It ain't no rocket. It can't be no rocket. You know, people be trying to say it'd be SpaceX rockets. I don't think this is no SpaceX rocket. Look like it's moving slow now, though. Man, there's some strange stuff in the sky, ain't it? That's all I know. Looking now, that mub almost gone.
This video I saw
What the hell?
around 2012, 2014. Flight
see the thing
370
circling it?
disappeared. And many are speculating this is that flight. This video did come out around that time, as did a few other things that were very strange. But I can't guarantee that this is that flight. But I can tell you that this video is
Straight up
genuine.
vanished.
It just disappeared? The plane just fucking vanished?
Literally.
I gotta see that again.
But I can tell you that this video is genuine. I remember when it first came out, people trying to debunk it. This is the thing, yet horrifying captures because the airplane just vanishes. Orbs are cooling the air around the airplane because it's coming out all dark on that infrared, like just super cold effect or warping effect over it.
But that looked like some Harry Potter shit.
That was wild.
What are those? Why are they circling that area? What the fuck is over there?
What is happening in Vegas right now?
Look, it's three orbs or three lights.
What is that?
It's always three lights. She had to pull over, finish filming.
What? Oh my god, you
Hey,
can't
also-
even see it in the camera. What the fuck is that?
Alright, one of them left. And it's got a flashing light. So was that a plane? That must have been a plane of some kind. Or is it disguised as a plane? Never even thought about that. And then there's two more just chilling. So how is it just chilling there if it was a plane? Or is it just like
And
so
why
far
are they
away I
going
can't
into
see?
Vegas? Oh my god, there's another one over there. What's happening in the sky right now? Vegas, you got some explaining to do. What is this?
Vegas? You got
And
some
the other one's just
explaining to
staying
do.
there. That
We're
shit is
going
staying
somewhere.
still.
It looks like a plane though. It's got a flashing light on
Why does it look like it's coming this way? Nah.
I don't know what that is, what kind of plane or ship or whatever it is, because most of the times it's just one glowing light, but this time it's flashing as well, and it looks like
I saw something weird in the sky last night. Anyone else see this?
What is it? I don't see nothing yet.
The moon is over there. So, if that's not the moon, what is it?
So what's that? So that's probably a ship sparking all the electrical activity in the sky right now.
That is not the moon. The moon is behind this cloud.
Somebody explain this for us. Explain this in the comment section for us.
Some parents are high-level demons set to destroy their children. But the story I'm about to tell you is literally insane. And it's just one of many stories. There was once a girl I knew, a black girl, who was really smart. She really wanted to go to med school. She wanted to become a doctor. And in her classroom, there was an Asian girl. And they became friends because they both wanted to become doctors, and they were studying biology, chemistry, all of this different stuff while in high school, practicing for the SAT. And they kind of developed a friendship just from studying school and education. But little did the black girl know that this Asian girl never had any friends ever. Ever. Like, she literally never had any friendship, human connection. Like, literally her parents were making her an NPC. So one day the black girl decided, hey, let's just go out to a bowling alley and have a ton of fun. Because the black girl thought that, hey, this is just a normal girl, she's gonna just enjoy it. So the Asian girl ended up sneaking away from home because her parents were super strict, but she didn't know, the black girl, that she was essentially, you know, her parents were super hyper strict. And when I mean hyper strict, imagine being 18, never having a genuine friendship, or even just going out, forget about dating, never going out with a friend to a basic, like, bowling alley, not even a bar or a club. So they had an absolute blast. They had so much fun. She literally had the best time in her life, because imagine literally never going out to an arcade, a bowling alley, any of these things. It was quite literally like a mind-shocking experience, like a whole new world. And she quickly got hooked, and she wanted to keep doing it over and over again, and they slowly did it. And then eventually the black girl said, hey, what if I just come over and we just study? So what happened is the black girl came over. When the black girl got to her house, her parents immediately confronted her, said, what are you doing to my daughter, corrupting her mind? And they got super pissed and super disrespectful, and they said, don't ever talk to my daughter again. And what ended up happening is the connection between the two broke down, and they stopped communicating. And it took this Asian girl into a massive spiral where later on she decided to take her life into her own hands. And even though the parents were thinking that they were being super protective, they actually destroyed their own daughter. And they thought the black girl that was stupid and corrupting their daughter actually went on to continuously go to med school and was probably about to become a doctor, yet they completely shut down not only the opportunity for their daughter to become a doctor, but for them to actually work together and probably create a new relationship to help them both grow. But instead, it ended in tragedy.
Yo, that's messed up, man. That's very messed up. Look, you got to be kind to everybody, because, like, you never know what someone's going through. You never know how someone's being raised. You never really know what their life's like. And that's just very unfortunate and very sad.
The First truth off, let's talk about the word parent itself. Do you know why it's called a parent? Because your ass is paying rent, nigga. When your child comes in, you let the United States government or whatever country you live in steal your baby because they make you sign a birth certificate. The birth certificate is only a receipt to them. So once you sign a birth certificate, you give your child away to that government. Okay, then once you give your child away to that government, you are now considered a parent because you are paying rent on the body that you brought in, that you have given to the government, nigga. That's why they call your ass a parent, nigga.
Yo, it makes sense though.
Strange sighting in Alaska has a lot of people scratching their heads this morning. Take a look. An Alaska Bureau of Land Management worker in Fairbanks was checking out the ice on Wednesday when he saw this. He recorded something moving up the river.
What is that?
Now, this video was posted to the Bureau's Facebook page. They admitted they're not sure exactly what it is. Then they added, "We're letting you be the judge."
There's some strange stuff popping up in Alaska.
And it's not something that has that ice on it.
Well, that's what I thought, but then look how it curves and it's all attached.
So my first thought would be a sturgeon.
Yeah.
But sturgeons dwell at the bottom of lakes.
It looks like an alligator, which we know it isn't. They don't live.
It does look like an alligator.
You know, but it looks like a cold water alligator.
Yeah.
Look, it's an ice snake. Man, look, y'all can keep them ice vipers away from me. I'm cool. I don't want to mess with no snakes.
Every day, all across our nation, we feel and see the impact of the climate crisis. It is clear that the clock is not only ticking, it is banging. And we must act. Think about the impact on something like public health. When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
The White House forced to clean that one up, posting a corrected, quote-unquote, version of the transcript of her speech that claims Harris meant to say pollution instead of population.
No, she didn't. She didn't mean to say that, y'all. Don't fall for the okie doke. She said what she said. Listen, this is what it is. They want to reduce the population. Because they are the ones running the show right now, right? And they want it for themselves. When they reduce the population, you know, then they can come out, take the masks off, and be the majority. That's really what it is, y'all. But yeah, these are some of the most creepy and bizarre TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bell on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.